If I was gonna write a story, the important thing would probably be about my life.
What do you think is the most important part of the story?
There's a start that kind of captivates you.
I think the characters are the most important part because they're the essence and they're what bring the story alive.
The most important part of the story to me, is character development.
You've got a beginning and you've got an end, but it's that middle that is so incredibly important and adventurous.
It's when change is the most exciting. It's not change for sadness, it's change for, the greater, for improvement.
The beginning you really can't change. The ending you can to a degree, but it's all that middle to where you're traveling that journey towards that ending. And how you move towards that ending is what's so important.
How does it feel to know that you can change the ending?
To me, it means that I can change my story. Because right now my goal is to move to the aftercare house, just because I'm in college and everything.
It feels very powerful to know that I can change the ending of my story.
Here it teaches us how to budget money, how to pay for stuff, how to get out into the real world. You don't just say, hey, this is the last house you can go to, and then you're on your own. We build up to that.
I have an amazing wife that I couldn't have gotten without the lessons I learned, the structure that I got from the children's home.
I feel like I'm a writer, and yet I'm living the story. It's not just on paper, it's real life.
Amarillo Children's Home changes the story for kids when they come here.
Sometimes the beginning wasn't that great, so we get that opportunity to make the difference and to completely just reform what story they've been put into.
It's a refuge. It is a place of safety. These kids have grown up in environments that were not safe, that were unpredictable, and this gives them that predictability, that ability to know what's coming next.
We get to help develop the framework for their growth and their independence, and it's a progression of the story. There's some setbacks, but there's also some great strides forward, and you just get to see that progress and that success. That's an amazing feeling to be a part of that.
It provides them opportunities for education. It provides them opportunities for interpersonal growth and friendships and how to engage with other people. And most importantly, it provides them on a path of spiritual growth.
The mission of Amarillo Children's Home is to restore the identity of children so they can realize their great value and be a blessing to others.
We all have a born date, we all have an end date, but it's not about how long you live in life, it's about the effect that you leave on people when you leave this life.
At the Amarillo Children's Home, we're very intentional about our mission, and it plays out in the day-to-day lives as our house parents come in and they invest in the lives of kids.
Andrew, what does success for your kids here at Amarillo Children's Home look like?
Success for our kids is so widely varying compared to what we normally expect, but for some, it's being the first kid to graduate high school.
So a hero to me is somebody that has an impact on you and that leaves love and those type of things, so that's a hero to me.
They share their time, they share words of affirmation, encouragement, pointing the direction to who our kids can become.
I'm not a house parent, but I fill in for house parents a lot. I get to pick them up from school, I get them to do those dishes, and make sure their homework's done, and then I just get to talk to them and hang out.
Each kid we navigate that one-on-one with, but it's looking for the wins and help them take one step farther than they thought they could go.
And it's that day-to-day foundation of structure and security and just the warmth in the home that we can build upon and build relationship with our kids and invest in them.
Some of our favorite activities with our kids is we love to take them bike riding. We call ourselves the biker gang, and we'll put our helmets on and we'll go across the street and we'll just cruise around the neighborhood.
We also do intentional activities that support and encourage that growth, that challenge the kids as well.
We use mealtime to build family connection. You pick your times to bring the kids together as a family, and they're unique. Meal times are chaotic in our house because they work, and so we're practicing work runs, but Sunday lunch, We do no technology and sit down and always have that time to talk to each other.
It's more than just one moment. I think the moments that stand out to me is when we get a kid placed and they come in with this super hard exterior and this just being so timid, and then you see them a week later and there's friends everywhere and there's smiles and they're happy and they belong.
The role of a hero in a story is to ultimately not be the hero, but to guide that character, that main character, to be a hero for somebody else, to grow and to be the best person that they can be.
The community should care about the children's home because these kids come from the community and they go back into the community after they leave.
Being part of the story at the Amarillo Children's Home has truly changed the inside of my heart.
Don't give up just because you've messed up. When I was in the children's home, I was a troubled kid. I got in fights. I stole stuff. I had messed up huge, big time, and all they cared about was getting me back.
At the Amarillo Children's Home, the role of a hero is to stay there for our kids, to be there for our kids, and to help them reach their perfect ending and their perfect story.
We believe in who our kids can become. We believe they each have unique value and purpose given to them by their creators.
I see these kids that as they come, they're not victims, but they're conquerors, and they are full of life. They're givers of themselves, and they have hope despite all that they've gone through.
We risk relationships, we risk time, we risk rejection, we risk failure, we risk because we believe in who our kids were designed and created to be.
We understand that not only can we change the ending of a story for this one child here with us today, we can change the ending of the story for generations of children.
We fight. Whispering in our kids' ears are the voices and experiences of the past, telling them they aren't worth loving, they aren't valuable, and they don't have what it takes. We fight against this voice of the past with our words, actions, and time.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and to really affect change in your life and make that generational change, you have to take the time and make the effort to get help and do the things that you need to do to make that happen.